Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Wednesday. You'll notice that I'm not in my normal apartment or anywhere really. I'm actually at a friend's company right now. He wanted to talk to me about basically making him some like P&L spreadsheet document things, basically things that he can just look at, glance really quickly, and be able to basically be up to date with everything that he needs to know about, which is cool. And I like doing stuff like that because I love Excel and I love to make spreadsheets and things like that. And it's going to be good for him because it's also good for his accounting department and things like that, and yada yada yada. But it's funny because like I got here, my roommate Josh overslept today at work, and he asked me for a ride to work. The thing is that I found interesting was that he works like 6 minutes away from where I had to be that morning. It would take me at least 20 minutes to drive in traffic or more to the location I needed to go to. So I said, well, I might as well look nice, get my backpack, get all my stuff and ready to go, and just go wait, even though I'm like 2.5 to 3 hours early. But I'm just waiting in their conference room, which is not a big deal, and he's okay with it because we're really good friends. So what's funny is while I was doing all this, I was doing some updating on vlogs and things like that while I'm waiting. It's funny because on my 3DSs here, you'll see that there's actually a update out for it. So no idea what it's gonna. Usually they're just little updates, little bug fixes and things like that. But what's interesting is when you do them like at the same time. See if I can do this here. Okay. And of course it's going to tell me that, so I need to do this now. It's and that's it. That was pretty non-exciting, but they do little updates like that all the time, and I just figured that I don't really show very much of my 3DS anymore, and you'll notice I have two of them. Reason being is because the one on the left was actually one that I purchased about almost 2 years ago now. And the one on the right has an interesting story behind it. It was originally given to me because it was broken. And you know how I like to fix things. Well, the thing is it has a broken charging port. And to me that doesn't really qualify it as broken. It just means it needs a new charging port. So he gave it to me, gave me a charger and everything though I really can't charge it. So I took it apart and I looked inside, and it was like one of those pieces that you can't desolder from a board. It's one of those things that you have to just buy a new board. Well, I said to myself, well, there's got to be another way to charge this thing. So I did some research, and I found out that, I forgot really, that every 3DS comes with that little charging bay. It's like a little rectangular thing that you just slip it in, and it's got the two prongs here on the back, so that way it can charge it without using the charge port, which is kind of cool. And so I found my old one from my 3DS, and I just started putting it there, and it worked. So it just started charging like crazy, and it works again. So I'm like, well, now I've got two 3DSs. But here's the thing, is I want to start recording stuff with it for that gaming channel I was talking about. That's still, of course, it's a work in progress. I've already put in the names. I won't tell you guys until later, though, what I'm going to call it, but it should be pretty fun. It should be around the same time I get my Wii U, which is the 9th, or not the 9th, this Friday, basically, but I'm not going to be releasing anything soon. The problem is that the people that make the capture cards for the 3DSs, they're kind of overbooked right now as far as orders. So right now I'm kind of waiting for them to get new stock or to do their thing and then ship out my new 3DS to them, because I've got nothing to lose with that guy. I'll probably just leave a note saying that how to charge, or I'll leave it charged with the full battery. And so that way I can start recording mobile games, because I love to record or love to play more mobile games, because when I have time to play, like now for example, I have nothing to do except for editing vlogs, maybe play some Mario Kart or something, I don't know. So that's where I'm at right now, and that's just been the beginning of the day. It's not even 12 yet, and I'm getting very hungry because this morning I went running or walking, we went jogging this morning with Dale, my other roommate, and misery loves company, so we decided to just go together real quickly and just so that way we have more energy in the morning. And I'm starting to have more energy in the day, which is great, but it doesn't mean anything if you don't eat anything. So I had a bowl of cereal with some bananas in it, some Raisin Bran. So we'll see what happens today though. Warning, the following food might shock you. Well, didn't that just look good? I had McDonald's for lunch today, unfortunately, and I think the word unfortunate is correct, because like I said in the last one of the vlog updates, I don't really, it's not that I don't like eating at McDonald's, it's just there's so many better choices that you can make. But the problem is that I've got to be at work at noon, and it's like 11:30-ish, and I just got through with my meeting with Lee, which went very well. I mean, you know, he just wants me to come over to do some basic stuff, like I said in the earlier in the earlier part of the vlog. But I think it's gonna probably migrate into probably a full-time position, which is gonna be cool. I don't know how my current job is gonna appreciate that, but I don't know. You know, if something happens, something happens. But we're gonna find out later with time. Something though that I want to mention today though is that I got paid on Monday, and I'm not gonna tell you how much, but basically I'm gonna take some of my paycheck and pay off the rest of my Wii U that I'm gonna be getting this Friday, because it's the Legend of Zelda edition, and it's a better deal. I've already explained all this in an earlier vlog too, but I want to have it fully paid off and ready. That way, when I go to GameStop on Friday, they'll have it ready to go for me. I just got to swing by and pick it up, and you know, life goes on. So I want to get that ready, so that way I can also, you know, do things with the video game channel and try out some new stuff. And because I mean, I love video games. I love video games a lot. In fact, it really helped me when I was a child, which my parents would probably think that no, it didn't help you at all, but they did. I mean, they taught me a lot of things. I mean, because it was a rougher time in my life when I was younger, because my parents were divorced, and I viewed video games as an outlet. That's why, you know, that was more of a medium. So basically like an escape. But now that I'm older, I've gone to college, and video games just don't really seem to appeal to me anymore, which is kind of weird, because like, you ask my parents, I mean, they'll tell you, yeah, he would always have a Game Boy on him, or always be face deep in some kind of game or a computer game or something. But now it's like, you know, you stop, smell the roses, and it's, you know, and then now, I mean, after I've gone to this, like, basically this hiatus, I want to play more games again. There's more games in the market. Some of them are more sophisticated. Some of them are more complex, and I like that stuff. But one of the major things that you know, held me back was the fact that, you know, well, you don't know this. One of the things that held me back was I get motion sickness really easily with games that seem more realistic, more three-dimensional, which is kind of weird, because like, for example, I played Halo. The very first Halo game that came out religiously was just one of those games that you just have to play all the time. The problem is I couldn't play for more than 2 hours at a time, because I feel motion sickness. I would just feel so sick in my stomach. And I figured out later in my life that was just motion sickness, because of, you know, you're going in 360 degrees, and, you know, you're gonna kill him, shoot him, you know, barricade yourself here, throw that grenade or whatever. But I mean, that's basically it. I mean, it's your basic motion sickness. And I've learned now that if I take like 1 or 2, what's it called? Those little pills that you take before, you know, a car trip or a plane ride or a cruise. I forgot what they're called. I'll put the name on screen. I'll think of it, because I've been trying to think of this name since like 2 days ago, because I was talking about this to one of my roommates. And I mean, I just got into the habit of doing that, and it's actually helped out a lot, which is good. So now I can play, you know, different kinds of games. And like I said, I mean, I don't get motion sickness when I play Nintendo games, which is kind of weird, but I do when I play these three-dimensional, intense graphic kind of games. Like, for example, I played the game
what was it? BioShock Infinite. Awesome game, by the way. And it's just, I couldn't play it because it was, you know, or at least for more than an hour, because it was just so detailed and everything. And I'm one of those kind of people that like to get 100% on a lot of stuff. So, anyways, I'm at work, so I'm gonna just cut it here. But we're gonna see what happens next.
Well, everyone, I'm back home, and my power's out. But more on that tomorrow. And speaking of tomorrow, let's meet back same time, same place tomorrow. Show Star Trek and Doctor Who again. Clean up the kitchen or table, the floor. You can see now it looks perfectly clean here. It's awesome. So I also got the, what is it, the cable box.